Hello, sweet sisters. Wanted to jump on this morning with a quick message as you start the week, okay? As you start the week. And when I looked outside and saw all the gray clouds, I was like, aha, perfect background for the message that I have here today. So, wanted to give you heads up. So this is going to be, hello, sweet sisters, Marilyn and Linda, all of you. So I want you to take a look at the gray skies behind me. Gray as far as you can possibly see. Clouds and gray and craziness. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to make this a short and sweet video here this morning. When I woke up, what I realized is that sometimes when it appears gray, hello, sweet sister Sonia, loving all those flowers. I'm going to be talking about flowers as well. So good job. When I saw all of the gray, I just got back from the grocery store. Good morning, Terry. It's very easy sometimes when you see the gray and you go, ugh, it's one of those gray days. You know, I never was a big fan of rainy days. Well, Miss Lisa, happy birthday to you, sweet sister. I'm glad to hear that. The world is a better place, with you in it, dear one. So when it's gray today, what I wanted just to remind you all is as we enter into a very intense, confusing and complicated few upcoming weeks, okay? Just because it appears gray doesn't mean that there's not the sun ready to shine soon enough, okay? I really wanted to hone in on that this morning. The sun is still there, even though we can't see it right now. Snow here, there you go, Connie. And Oklahoma, we've got all kinds of people here today. Alabama. So please remember that, because I wanted to give you a heads up. We in the U.S. especially are getting ready to enter into a very intense few weeks. Be careful of what you allow yourself to consume, whether it's reading or hearing, watching. You remember that old verse, be careful little eyes what you hear, be careful little ears what you, eyes what you see and ears what you hear. As a hearing impaired person, those senses get confused for me. But be careful little ears what you hear and be careful little eyes what you see. What happens is our ego self wants to understand and figure out, if we listen enough, that we'll actually figure it out. I know I myself have been consumed by that at times in my life. And when we look external for the answers, we're trying to satisfy, do we know enough with a little K. What I wanted to remind you all this morning to be thinking about and remembering that the sun is still out there, even though we can't see it at the moment, is that you know with a capital K everything you need to know to get through these next few weeks and few months. But we'll just take it a day at a time, okay? You already know with a capital K everything you need to know to get through the next few weeks. Please understand that the answers do not lie outside of ourselves, okay? Now, when I talk about the divine, for me, I believe that we are each a reflection of the divine, okay? So when I talk about that, please understand that I'm talking about these things together. So when I talk about the fact that we know with a capital K, I believe that our soul, who is made in the image of our Creator, and whatever faith it is that you're in, the image of our Creator, that you have everything you need to know to be successful. Hello, Gail. So good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while either, dear. Connie, all of you. So remember, gray skies, even though things may appear gray, there's still sunshine on the other side. Second, trust what you know with a capital K. You have everything you need to get through the upcoming few weeks and the upcoming few days. Prepare yourself. It's going to be crazy. You know, I couldn't help but this morning I woke up with this image of a roller coaster. You know, I'm one of those who used to love riding roller coasters. I mean, I could not wait for the anticipation. I was excited. I would get on there. I'd be one of those holding my arms up, woo, and, you know, hollering. And the thing that was always so funny is you would see people who didn't even want to get onto the roller coaster, okay? They would watch you from the sidelines. You would see people that would get on the roller coaster, but they were petrified and terrified. They're closing their eyes. They're screaming, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And then you have others that just kind of look around and hold on, and they hold on really tight, and we're going on a roller coaster ride, folks. I want to be really clear about that. I'm not trying to minimize it. I want you to know that I go with my instinct, Marge. That's a good thing. The good thing about tuning into that instinct is making sure it really is our instinct and it's not being driven by somebody else. So we're going on a roller coaster ride. The next 2 weeks especially are going to be incredibly confusing. When you are listening to something, when you are reading something, when you are hearing something, if there is anything in your gut that says, there's something off about this, then don't listen. Don't listen. Don't read it. Because the answers, you see, the answers aren't always going to come from outside of us. The thing is that there's been lots of questions that we have asked ourselves over the years that we knew something was off, and we would say something, and how many people would say, oh, that's just not true. What facts do you have to back that up? Are you kidding me? And it's been stunning to me as I have watched things unfold. So trust what you know with a capital K. And then my final thought for this morning, okay? My final thought for this morning is I went and got myself a bouquet of flowers. One of the lessons for all of us here in life is to learn how to love ourselves. And we're not very good at that. I remember, well over 10, 15 years ago when I was in a really tough place, I used to have one of those woe is me places. Oh, why isn't anybody sending me flowers? Why doesn't we all know how those pity parties go. Now, we can have pity parties, but as I've learned, put a timer on it. But what I learned during that time is, why am I waiting for anybody else to send me flowers? I remember I had a conversation with myself in the mirror, and it was like I talked to myself, and I was like, girl, why are you waiting on anybody else to love you? Start loving yourself. And so, especially when I'm fighting gray days, I'm holding on tight, Diane, but worth the ride. You're right. You're exactly right. But especially even on gray days, I go find myself something to bring my spirits up. So I gave myself a great big bouquet of flowers. And every time I see these colorful flowers, I'm going to smile. I know we're going in for an intense few weeks. Folks, we've got, as I mentioned to you the other day, we are in the middle of somebody else's storybook, and things are not what they appear to be. Things are not what they appear. I always buy myself flowers. Good for you, Barbara, and you always get your favorites. Isn't that nice about loving ourselves, is that we'll make sure that we get it right. We'll make sure that we get it right. So I just wanted to jump on this morning. I know that for some of you it seems very gray, and wanted to remind you that the sun is out. Trust your knowing with a capital K, and love yourself. Love yourself, sweet sisters. Use this time less to understand what's happening on the outside world, but more to understand what's happening on the inside world. We are each being asked to reinterpret what we've known. Can we expand it? Is there a different way to see it? And good morning, Ellie. Is there a different way to see it? Is there a different way to understand it? Love is the most powerful force, the most powerful energy in the universe. Love yourself. And as I wrap it up here, I'm going to leave you with just a few affirmations to state to yourself. I am always in the right place at the right time. I am always in the right place at the right time. I have everything I need to get through this inside of me. I have everything I need to get through this inside of me. And then the last one. Good things are ahead for us all. Good things are ahead for us all. I am wrapping you all in a lot of love, sweet sisters. Hold on to the roller coaster, because that's what's about to happen. I'm going to be here loving you through every step of the way. You are not alone. Sending you love. Okay? Happy Monday. You've got this.